Hi everyone. I had a horrible, horrible, horrible night with terrible dreams. During this pull shift slash energy shift, we are supposed to have recollections of the things that are bothering us or the things that are deep in our subconscious mind that bother us that we hold in and we don't talk about. So at random times during this pole shift, you could experience things that you never faced or that things right now that are bothering you that you just push aside like, oh, it's just a dream. No. Your subconscious mind is trying to tell your conscious mind that the things that are currently or passably wrong. So I had 4 dreams last night, and they were all nightmares. So each time I had to cool myself off because I was covered in sweat. I went through 3 pairs of clothes last night from sweat alone. I'm going to tell you about each dream. I'm going to break down what each dream means to you. So I had a dream, a mixture of not having enough friends, working too hard, and success and power. I had a mixture of all those things all throughout the night. And apparently, to my grandma, I talked in my sleep and was very loud all night long. So let's get to it. My first dream, I was in this neighborhood where there weren't many people, there weren't many houses, and my family was there. My grandma, my step grandpa, my mom, and my sisters. And then these 3 random guys that I don't know who they were. And Donald Trump, which obviously to me represented power because he's a president, or humor, I don't know. We went into his house. His house was really nice, but certain rooms were dark, no light. And then other rooms had lots of light. What does that mean? I want to explain that to you because you probably have experienced that in one of your dreams. When there is light and then there is just random darkness in a room, especially a room, and the door is open, that means there's darkness in certain parts of your subconscious that you're not facing. That will keep haunting you if you don't face them in your waking life. Sorry, I got a thought of my dreams, my dream last night. I was playing video games, which video games are an escape from reality. In That's the meaning of most video games. You're trying to escape from reality. So I was playing video games and I kept winning, 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 winning. But I wasn't happy. The 2 kids, the 3 guys that I didn't know, they disappeared. And then my dad came in and offered me a video game because my dad used to buy me video games when I was a kid. Sometimes. I still remember this day he bought me a Pokemon Crystal version, which if you're young right now, you don't know what that is. It is one of the Game Boy Color games, and it was awesome. Anyways, I began searching through that house, and there was one bedroom where there was a tent and there was dirt. And in a dream, dirt, I believe, where's my phone? I will say all of these things, the meanings. Dirt. To see freshly stirred dirt, it was not fresh, it was dead. In your dream symbolizes thriftiness and frugalness. Dirt also represents situations where you have been less than honorable and may have acted in devious manner. It's because I was peeing in the dirt in the dream. You are trying to conceal or bury your questionable behavior. Yeah. And not only that, you know how some tents are square? Well, it was a tent in a room, in a very nice room, and in the square area inside the tent, it was all dirt. Some dreams are really hard to decode, but it's fun to decode them. A tent. It's annoying because some of these dreams are reoccurring. Like, I'll see the same things in each dream, which usually is not a good thing. My grandma says that she has no nightmares ever. You want to know why? Well, one, because some people can't dream. Some people conceal their emotions so much that they don't ever dream. Dreams are your subconscious mind trying to tell you that something's wrong in your waking life. So if you just conceal everything, conceal it, then you'll never dream. If you have all these emotions and you're crazy and you just don't face them and conceal them, then you'll never have dreams. Your dreams are a way of telling your mind to fix the problems in your waking life. To dream that you are in a tent, I wasn't in the tent, indicates that you need a temporary change in your daily routine, which is true. My penis was in the tent because I was peeing, so I guess that counts. Alternatively, the dream may mean instability and insecurity in the current situation. That's because I've been in my room for like almost 2 months. I've left. I've been grocery shopping and stuff, but my healing foot, has prevented me from going out into my daily life and seeing other people. The only way I can see other people, which bothers me, is if my grandma drives me somewhere, which I do not like. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we're going to go on to the next part of my dream. I eventually left the house because something in the house, the darkness, bothered me. I believe it was the darkness. So that I left the house and I was walking through gravel and dirt and just was walking down this. There's a farmhouse, and there's been farmhouses in my other dreams. Don't ignore the little aspects of your dreams. There's always little hidden aspects in dreams that people just take for granted and ignore. Don't ignore it. Sorry, this is hard for me. I woke up in shock. And the weirdest thing that happened when I woke up is that my computer turned on, and when I got near it, it turned off. And then when I got away from it, it turned back on. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So, when I was walking down the gravelly dirt path away from the house, I was heading towards a hill, and it's good to go up. It's good to go up because it's a sign of improvement, but it can also be a bad sign in a way. I was heading up, and the weird thing about these dreams is that one dream led to another dream. Like, they weren't completely different dreams. One was slowly transitioning into another. So, this dream was ending. I was walking away, and my step-grandpa ran up to me with his giant shot and said, "Cody, you need to take your meds. They'll help you." And holding a long needle shot. And the reason that happened was because in my waking life, every single night, every single goddamn night, my grandmother and in the morning comes through that door and says, "Did you take your meds? Did you take your meds? Did you take your meds? Did you take your meds?" Every morning. Now, wouldn't that drive you a tad bit insane? They're seizure meds. It's not like they cure the world. You see this? You see this? This helps me more than pills that you get from a guy from an office. Anyways, I'm going to continue on what I was saying. So that dream ended after that happened. And like I said, don't ignore any aspect of your dream. Look up every part of your dream so you know how to fix the problems in your waking life. So I woke up sweaty, and then, sorry this is taking a while, but I want to go in great detail about this. I woke up, and then I went back to sleep, like instantly almost. I had drank a little bit of water, then went back to sleep. And then this transitioned into my dream, which had a lot of symbolism in it. It had a lot of symbolism, and it dealt with depression. And this wasn't the hardest one that I had to go through, but it was definitely, it had to do with love and depression. See, in my waking life, I'm just like admitting all these things after having these dreams. In my waking life, I try to avoid love, like avoid it, because I try to focus only on business. But it's other times, that's all I can think about. I just think, like, because I'm the type of person who knows when I fall in love. Like, I won't just find a girl on Tinder or OkCupid or Facebook and say, "Oh, she's hot. Oh, I want to date her. I want to have sex." No. I'm extremely cautious when I know when I have a connection to a certain person, and they know when they're connected to me. My last girlfriend, we made out the first day we met. Not because she was slutty or not because I just like making out with random girls. It's because I know when I have a connection to someone, and there aren't many of them. Every time I meet someone with a life path 9, her name was 9, her birth path was 9, and her soul urge number was 9. We are almost a complete match. But there were some struggles. And it's just that I know when I'm in love. I don't find love. It comes to me when it does. The reason I'm afraid of falling in love is because I'm afraid that it's going to take over my business type of life, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations. I'm afraid I'm going to forget all about those things because it's happened before. I have forgotten all about my dreams, my goals, my making money, all that stuff when I fall in love. When I fall in love, I put all my energy, all my love, all my power into that one person. Another thing that scares me to fall in love again is for them to break up with me, because when I go through a breakup, it's all I think about. I just cry, and it's depressing. And it distracts me from my work. But I can just tell that my mind, my subconscious mind, and my conscious mind are fighting over like a happy medium between work and love. I need to meet a girl that gives me enough space to where I can do what I need to do, and she will do what she needs to do. Like, she'll have her own dreams and aspirations and goals, and I'll have my own dreams, aspirations, and goals. But we'll still be with each other and spend time with each other when we're free. I want that relationship. My last girlfriend was too smothering, which wasn't a bad thing. It's just I needed space to myself, and she was way younger than me, and way she was 19, and I'm going to be 25 in a month. It just didn't work. Today feels like a confession, like a big confession. This has happened another time, and it made me confess everything to my family that I couldn't stand. And it helped. I felt better after doing it. This is what the pole shift is doing. Okay, we're going to go on to the second part of my dream. I know that was a lot, but I need to confess this to a camera or something, because I need to get it all out. Sorry, a text from my sister. The second part of my dream, I started going to my hometown. And you probably don't know, but my hometown, there's lots of hills and lots of ways to go up and down. So I was in my hometown, but I was in this strange area I've never been in before. And I was walking up, and once I got up to the top, because it was all sunny and there were leaves and trees are a good thing, by the way. They represent growth in a dream. And I am growing, but I need to balance. And once I reached the top, because you never grew up where I grew up, so you don't know what I'm talking about. Because usually there's a school, not a school, a park up to the top once you walk to the top. But when I reached the top, everything was dark. Everything was just dark. As if it's 5 o'clock at night and it's starting to get really dark. All the leaves were covered. There was no sky. It was just dark. And there were leaves falling from nowhere. Of course, there were trees around us, but they weren't above us, and they were just falling from nowhere. It was almost like Silent Hill. That's a good example. It was dark like Silent Hill. And my friend was in his car, and my friend from high school, he's always depressed. I won't say his name, because he had a drinking problem, because he had a lot of depression problems, and he was in this small, tiny car. And he was parked right next to another car to where he wouldn't be able to get out, but the passenger side and the driver's side were switched. Yet I closed the door, reopened it, and he was on the other side. Which means something, but I forgot to look that up because I went right back to sleep again after. And then the weirdest part of the dream, which I did look up, was when this girl showed up, who I was supposedly supposed to meet. She ran up to me and she said, "Fine, if you want to hang out with him, go for it. I don't want to see you guys again." And she got $200 bills and she smacked them on the car and ran away crying. And I'm like, what? Not only that, a mannequin came out of the window, because it was a scary house, like right there. A mannequin came out the window and was wearing an afro with sunglasses. And it said, "You know what to do." And I'm like, what? And that dream ended. It didn't end just right there, but I started walking back down the hill after that happened. And that was basically my love dream. All the symbolism of my brain trying to balance out love and power. The money represents power in the dream. The mannequin, I think, represents materialism. And the afro, I won't look it up right now. You can look it up at dreammoods.com. You can look up anything, well, almost anything. And they have an app. That's what I use. So, I would have to say the violence started in the third and last dream. I had four dreams. Third and last dream were the violent ones that I was not fond of. So it all started was when I was walking back down the hill. I ended up in a parking garage. You know, those dark areas where there's lights and there's, yeah. So it was kind of dim lighted, more darkness, more light. And my cousin was there. And I said, "You look just like my cousin." And he said, "No, I'm not your cousin." But his daughter was there too. And so was his wife. So I saw my cousin, which represents, I believe, love and protection in a dark, scary place. Because the parking garage was in a dark, scary place. But the protection wouldn't stay there because he walked away from me. Symbolism. And I just left the parking garage and I was on a beach. There was a beach. There was a parking garage in the middle of nowhere at a beach, and there were a bunch of small houses, small beach houses, um, and I just wandered around, and then these guys were playing with these super soakers that were shooting acid, and progressively through that dream, a dog attacked me, and it started becoming a game. Like, people were shooting each other as a game, like laser tag kind of, but with weird acid stuff. So I joined in, and I killed someone. They melted their skull. Their skin melted off their face. That was pretty traumatizing. Yeah. Not only that, a dog attacked me and tried to bite my dick off. It jumped towards my dick. I punched it a lot of times, and I kicked it. It jumped back towards me. I started running like crazy. And a growling dog is not a good thing in a dream. I looked it up. It means something negative. And so I thought I killed the dog because it disappeared. Once I kicked it in the head, it disappeared completely. And then I could see it on the beach running up towards me, which is the scariest fucking thing ever when a black dog with huge fangs is running up the hill to come back towards you to kill you. It's the scariest shit ever. So after that, there were albino boys, like literally albinos, two brothers that were both albino, and they wanted to face me in a fight because that was their dog that I killed somehow. It disappeared because I ran away from it. And so they gave me two guns, and I killed both of them, which is still traumatizing to kill someone in a dream. And then I had to fight, like, the leader of all of them. So I jumped into this ditch, which is not a good thing. I don't have to look that up to know that I'm jumping into a pitfall. And he punched me, I punched him, he kicked me, and I stabbed him, and then got the gun, and I melted him entirely from skin to bone to foot to top. Melted him. That dream ended. And then I was up on these sand dunes. The fourth dream, I was up on these sand dunes with a bunch of people, which represented that I needed friends because we were laughing together and having a good time. And the strange thing was, in the fourth dream, I could remember what just happened in the third dream, which never happens. I could completely remember the third dream with inside the fourth dream. And I was wondering in the fourth dream where I was and how I got here, because what, didn't I just kill a bunch of people? Like, so I was playing for these weird seeds that are like cocaine. I was playing video games for, I was basically playing video games for drugs. We were trading drugs. They were nice to me, but we were trading drugs with each other. Like, one person had cocaine, another person had magic mushrooms, and the other person gave me these weird berries that are supposed to get me high. And I'm like, wow, so I'm talking a lot. So I'm just like, wow. So throughout the night, I pissed off a girl. I played video games with random people in a very nice house, and I peed in dirt in someone's house. I, those ones are switched. I killed a bunch of people and a dog, and I did drugs and traded drugs and played video games. All extremely symbolic. Whenever you kill someone in a dream, your heart and your subconscious are full of rage that you have not gotten out. So that's never a good thing. That's why I'm talking about this, to get some of it out. Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day.